Good morning, students. Welcome you all to your English class. So today the date is 4th of May 2021 and the day is Tuesday. So I hope so all of you are keeping well, right children? So now let's see what is today's topic. So today's topic is chapter number 3, The Way Animals Talk, from My Canvas English Coursebook, and it is in page number 24 and 25. So this is a very interesting chapter that we are going to read today. So let's get started. I want you all to see this video. In this video, you all can listen to the different types of sounds that are made by the animals in order to communicate with one another. So please see the video. The different types of sounds that are made by different animals. Now, do you think this sounds matches with the type of language that we speak? Any guesses? No, they are very different from the way we speak. But they are also living beings. Yes, they also have emotions. They also need to express their emotions, right? They also need to communicate their feelings, right? So, different animals have different types of sounds that they make. So, that is their language, right? Like we speak language, different types of languages in order to make our feelings clear, and it has got some meaning in it, right? So let's get started with chapter number 3, The Way Animals Talk. That is in page number 24. So I hope so it's clear to you why I showed you the previous video. So let's get started with the chapter. So here we go. Like human beings, animals also need to communicate to survive. So animals also need to share their feelings in order to live or survive. Unlike humans, they cannot speak. So like us, they are not so lucky enough to speak. Yes? Instead, they use their body movements, their sense of hearing and smell to receive and transmit means to give informations to each other. So what are the things they do? They use their body movement, number 1. Number 2, they use their sense of hearing. And number 3, they use their sense of smell in order to find out different informations and in order to pass the informations to each other. Okay. Now here you see the howls of the wolves, the croaking of the frogs, the chirping of the birds, the wagging of a dog's tail. These are all examples of animal communication. So these are all the examples which shows animal communication. Communication means the exchange of thoughts between one another. Okay. Now see, gestures and body movements are the most common ways of communicating among animals. Gesture also refers to the different types of movements that are made by the body, okay, in order to express something. So gestures and body movements are the most common ways of communicating among animals. Animals often make specific body movements to convey certain messages. So convey means to tell, okay. In order to give different types of messages, they make specific or particular body movements. So here you see, here are some interesting examples of animals using their body to communicate. Let's find out how they communicate. The wag of a dog's tail can indicate a wide variety of emotions. So you have seen, this is very common. Yes, when you walk by the road, you can see the dogs come waving their tails and they come to smell you and they want to lick you. Yes, so we try to drive them away. Yes, so the wag of a dog's tail can indicate a variety means many types of emotions. Okay. Number 2, peacock fan their feathers to attract mating partners. So when it's time for them to reproduce, to give birth to the young ones, for calling the female partners, they open their feathers, right? They fan their feathers. Next, dolphins slap their tails on water to seek attention. So when the dolphin wants attention, it slaps their tails on water. Next, when bees find nectar, nectar means honey, they dance to send information about the location of food. So they try to inform the other honeybees about the location of food. Next, deer flick their tails to warn others of predators. So deer flicks their tails to warn others of predators. Predators means the hunters. Yes, like the lion, the tiger, they are known as predators who hunt the other animals in the forest. Okay. Now, here I have got another video for you. Just go to it. So here you can see the dog wagging its tail. Can you see that? See the different body movements or gestures that are made by the dog in order to express his feelings, experience and nature. So here you can see the dog is wagging its tail. Now, see the peacock. It is fanning its feathers. Yes, can you see? Such a wonderful thing to see. Yes, the peacock fanning its feathers. Can you see that? It's amazing, isn't it?
Because the angle at which she's waggling
See the
and the
bee.
duration of time she spends doing it actually tells bees where to go to find food. They can tell each other where to go, how far away to fly, and what distance to go to actually find the food source. Basically, the longer...
Now see the deer. How they can sense the predators or the danger around them. You see the video. Can you see the deers wandering in the forest in the summer? These are called the white-tailed deer. sounds. So I hope so you have understood why I showed the video. Okay, now see. Just see here. Animals, they have got the different signals. Yes, some animals, they give different types of visual signals in the form of facial expression, body postures, or mimicry to communicate. So there are animals and they have got different types of visual means to see. They give different types of visual signals in the form of facial, means your face. The expression that are given out from the face is called the facial expressions, body postures, or mimicry means to copy. Okay, the art of copying is called mimicry to communicate. Apes and monkeys make great use of facial expressions to show their feelings. Apes means the different types of monkeys like chimpanzees, gorillas, these are known as apes. Okay. Now see, animals also use a range of sounds to communicate. They also make the use of sound in order to communicate. Vocal communication. Vocal means the voice. Yes, the voice that comes from your throat, that is known as vocal communication, is essential for many important tasks like warning calls. So when the animals, they can sense some danger, that is called warning calls. Then for communicating locations of food sources, when they can find food, in order to inform the other friends about the location of the food, they use this vocal communication or the sounds. Then males of many species also use vocal sounds to attract females for mating. In order to reproduce, the males, they use the vocal sounds for calling the female partners. Now some species don't just make sounds vocally to communicate, they use other parts of their body to make sounds. Crickets and grasshoppers are common examples. So they, along with the vocal sound, they also make some body movements in order to communicate. Okay, so the examples are crickets. You have seen cricket, it is a type of insect, and grasshopper is also another type of insect. Then rattlesnakes vibrate the tips of their tails as a warning signal. Animals communicate by sound because it can travel over long distances. So the sounds which they make, these sounds can travel to long distances. Okay, it is an adaptable signal, so others can listen to it and they can adapt to the changes. If there is danger, they can become alert and they can take the necessary steps, which animals can change depending on the condition. So the animals can quickly take the decision and they can make the changes, okay, by hearing to the different types of sounds. So we will be doing till this much only. You can mark in your book and keep. So till depending on the conditions, it is an adaptable signal which animals can change depending on the conditions. So till this much you will mark. We are going to read till this much in today's class. Now I will show you another beautiful video in which you will be able to see and visualize how the animals, they use both the vocal sound as well as how they use their bodies in body movements in order to communicate with one another. Just see here.
Monkeys convey their feelings using facial expressions. However, you might be surprised by what some of them mean. These two monkeys are teeth chattering. Whilst to us, it may seem quite strange, this is actually a sign of friendship and is often performed around the babies. But this mustn't be confused with monkeys baring their teeth in an aggressive manner, as this monkey is certainly not to be messed with. Another common, but less aggressive threat is the O-mouth. And whilst this might look like they are blowing us kisses, it actually means that they are very annoyed. So what should you do if a monkey is threatening you? The best thing to do is take a step back as you're probably too close, and drop your gaze to the floor. But don't run away or turn your back to them, as this could escalate the situation.
Now this is a cricket. You can see the sound made by the cricket and the body movements that it is making. Now this is a grasshopper, right? So see.
Any animal to take a step back. It is entering forbidden territory, the safety distance from a rattlesnake.
See children, this is the rattlesnake.
It doesn't want to harm anyone, but it doesn't like having anyone so close. It's scared, which is why it gives fair warning.
It makes a rattling sound with its tail, with the tip of its tail.
It's a good discouraging alarm. These snakes scare predators with it, and in general, any species that comes too close.
Okay, so did you see how the different types of animals they try to communicate? Yes, so I hope so you enjoyed the class. So stay safe and stay home and take